So the number one decision that you make, other than the decision to actually start your business, is who you hire. And it's people that produce income, not assets. If you have great assets and lousy people, you won't produce any income. If you have okay assets and great people, you probably still will produce some income. So that's the number one choice that you have to make after starting the business. And the other thing that you're looking for is you've got to bring people into that business that you can trust. You can trust, as you were saying, to care about the business. You with me on that? Yeah. You can trust them to apply themselves, to the kinds of work that you're already doing and what work you'll be doing in the future. Because the number one thing in life, as it turns out, is not love, it's trust. We talk about entrepreneurship as a one-way trip. Very few people who become entrepreneurs can ever go back to having a job. Right? I mean, it's hard. And I don't know, maybe it's almost impossible. I don't know of many people, if any, that can be entrepreneurs and then be in a typical job situation. To be a successful entrepreneur, you need to be a self-starter. You need to innovate, you need to adapt, you need to be able to do everything in parallel. The number one reason why people become entrepreneurs is not to make more money, although sure, that's the hope. The number one reason why people become entrepreneurs is because they believe that they can create more interesting work for themselves than other people can create for them. All right? It's that creative impulse that drives most entrepreneurs, and that you hope more money comes out of it and all the other things. So once you've had that level of responsibility, autonomy, independence, ability to execute on your own ideas and concepts, innovate, it's hard to go back to work for others. So I think it is a one-way trip. Our competition they still had typing pools in those days, and word processing pools. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but they would send the leases away, and 6 weeks later they get it back. So we could give you an offer to lease in about an hour or an hour and a half. Our competition was taking 6 weeks to get you that same offer. That is a big competitive advantage. And that's what the Macintosh did for us in 1983. And we went from a company that I started in 1983 with $350,000 a year in revenues in our first year to about $120 million 9 years later, right? And so technology made a big difference.